Revamp.
Revamp.
Many older companies are revamping their image.
Reveal.
Reveal.
He may be prosecuted for revealing secrets about the security agency.
A test that can reveal a teacher's hidden skills.
He revealed that he had been in prison twice before. The violinist revealed himself as a talented interpreter of classical music.
The curtain opened to reveal the grand prize.
After the garden makeover, it was time to bring the owners back for the big reveal.
Revealing.
Revealing.
A revealing insight into her life.
A very revealing dress.
Reveille.
Reveille.
Revel.
Revel.
He revelled in his newfound fame. Revelation.
Revelation.
He resigned after revelations about his affair.
Startling revelations about his background.
Revelations that 2 senior officers had lied in court.
The revelation of previously unknown facts. Alice Walker's novel was a real revelation to me.
His playing has many moments of revelatory insights.
Reveller.
Reveller.
Revelry.
Revelry.
Revenge.
Revenge.
She wanted revenge for the insult. At his wife's funeral, he vowed revenge against her killer. A bomb attack in revenge for the imprisonment of the terrorists. A bomb attack in revenge for the imprisonment of the terrorists. The Australians took revenge for their defeat here last time.
A revenge match.
The terrorist group is still looking to revenge itself on its attackers. The poor murdered girl must be revenged.
Revenue.
Revenue.
Advertising revenue.
Strikes have cost £20 million in lost revenues.
An increase in tax revenues of 8.4%.
Reverberate.
Reverberate.
The bang reverberated through the house.
The room reverberated with laughter.
The events of 9/11 will reverberate through history.
Reverberation.
Reverberation.
The scandal's political reverberations.
Revere.
Revere.
He is revered as a national hero.
Reverence.
Reverence.
Reverence for tradition.
Reverend.
Reverend.
Reverend Mother.
Reverend Mother.
Reverent.
Reverent.
A hushed, reverent voice.
Reverential.
Reverential.
He spoke in reverential tones.
Reverie.
Reverie.
She was startled out of her reverie by a loud crash.
Reversal.
Reversal.
A sudden reversal of government policy. A dramatic reversal in population decline.
Some internet firms have suffered a painful reversal of fortune.
Some carers and dependents find it difficult to adapt to a role reversal. Some carers and dependents find it difficult to adapt to a role reversal.
In spite of setbacks and reversals, his business was at last making money.
Reverse.
Reverse.
The decision was reversed on appeal.
More changes are required to reverse the trend towards centralized power.
Bob reversed into a parking space.
I reversed the car into a side road.
Our roles as child and guardian had now been reversed.
Reverse the paper in the printer.
Suddenly, he reversed himself completely.
I didn't mean to insult her. Quite the reverse.
I owe you nothing. If anything, the reverse is true.
U.S. video recorders cannot play European tapes, and the same applies in reverse. U.S. video recorders cannot play European tapes, and the same applies in reverse.
The incident threatened to put the peace process into reverse.
Put the car into reverse.
Losing the Senate vote was a serious reverse for the president.
The British 10-pence coin has a lion on the reverse.
The results were read out in reverse order.
Reverse discrimination.
Reverse discrimination.
Reverse engineering.
Reverse engineering.
Reverse gear.
Reverse snobbery.
Reverse snobbery.
Reversible.
Reversible.
A lot of chemical reactions are reversible.
A reversible jacket.
Reversing light.
Reversion.
Reversion.
The country's reversion to a traditional monarchy.
Revert.
Revert.
The city reverted to its former name of St. Petersburg.
After a few weeks, everything reverted to normal.
To revert to the question of exams, I'd like to explain further. To revert to the question of exams, I'd like to explain further.
Revetment.
Revetment.
Review.
Review.
She sent us her review of the research. The company hired Bob to conduct an independent review of their workplace procedures, the teachers' pay review body.
We're keeping this policy under review.
The policy comes up for review in April.
All fees are subject to review.
Mr. Crowther asked for judicial review of the decision.
A film review. The paper published a review of her book.
Reviewer.
Reviewer.
Review.
The band's new album has had very good reviews.
The film opened to rave reviews.
The book was sent to the press for review in September. The journal receives review copies of most new software products.
A review of the year.
A naval review.
We will review your situation and decide how we can help you.
The decision will be reviewed by the Supreme Court.
The team manager's position will be reviewed at the end of the season.
Bradman will review the best of the new children's books. A journalist who will review the events of the past 6 months.
The President will review the soldiers on parade.
Reviewer.
Reviewer.
Revile.
Revile.
The President was now reviled by the same party he had helped to lead.
Revise.
Revise.
The college has revised its plans because of local objections.
We have revised our estimates of population growth.
Forecasts of economic growth are being revised downwards.
I've got to revise my geography.
She's revising for her history exam.
A couple of sections of the book will need to be revised.
Revision.
Revision.
The judge wants to see a revision of the procedures. I'm making some revisions to the book for the new edition.
I know I haven't done enough revision for tomorrow's exam.
Revisionism.
Revisionism.
Revisionist writings.
Revisit.
Revisit.
10 years later, I revisited the school to find out what had changed. We need to revisit this proposal as soon as the budget is clearer.
Revitalize.
Revitalize.
They hope to revitalize the neighborhood by providing better housing.
A revitalizing massage.
Revival.
Revival.
The US and the UK have expectations of economic revival.
A revival of the timber industry is needed.
There has been a revival of interest in Picasso's work.
The recent revival in medieval music.
A revival of organized religion.
Traditional English food seems to be enjoying a revival at the moment.
Neeson was excellent in a revival of Eugene O'Neill's Anna Christie.
Revivalism.
Revivalism.
Revival meeting.
Revival meeting.
Revive.
Revive.
Local people have decided to revive this centuries-old tradition.
The economy is beginning to revive.
An attempt to revive the steel industry.
The doctors revived her with injections of glucose.
A London theatre has decided to revive the 1950s musical In Town.
Revivify.
Revivify.
The aim was to strengthen and revivify the Labour Party.
Revocation.
Revocation.
Revoke.
Revoke.
Their work permits have been revoked.
Revolt.
Revolt.
The Prime Minister is now facing a revolt by members of his own party.
A revolt against authority.
A revolt over the proposed spending cuts.
French farmers are in revolt over cheap imports.
The Polish Revolt of 1863.
A revolt against the central government.
The successful revolt of the American colonies.
Troops loyal to the president crushed the revolt.
It was feared that the army would revolt against the government.
Some members of the government may revolt against this proposed legislation.
He was revolted by the smell.
Revolting.
Revolting.
The food was revolting.
What a revolting colour!
Revolution.
Revolution.
In the last 10 years, there has been a revolution in education.
The biggest social revolution we have had in this country.
The sexual revolution of the 1960s.
The French Revolution of 1789.
The role of women has changed since the revolution.
The country seems to be heading towards revolution.
The planet's revolution around the sun.
A speed of 100 revolutions per minute.
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary.
The new cancer drug is a revolutionary breakthrough.
A revolutionary new drug. A revolutionary leader. A band of young revolutionaries.
The Revolutionary War.
Revolutionary War.
Revolutionize.
Revolutionize.
New technology is going to revolutionize everything we do.
His work revolutionized the treatment of this disease.
Revolve.
Revolve.
The wheel began to revolve. The restaurant slowly revolves, giving excellent views of the city.
Using graphics software, you can revolve the image on the screen.
Jane's life revolves around her children.
The argument revolved around costs.
She seems to think that the world revolves around her.
The moon revolves around the earth.
Revolver.
Revolver.
Revolving.
Revolving.
The theatre has a revolving stage.
Revolving door.
Revolving door.
The park director position has been a revolving door for 7 appointees.
This could mean that we end up with a revolving door Congress in which former members return as lobbyists.
Review.
Review.
Revulsion.
Revulsion.
News of the atrocities produced a wave of anger and revulsion. Reward.
Reward.
The school has a system of rewards and punishments to
Parents often give their children rewards for passing exams.
The school has a system of rewards and punishments to encourage good behavior.
A reward of $20,000 has been offered.
A reward for information, leading to the capture of the murderers.
The club's directors rewarded him with a free season ticket.
She wanted to reward the cleaners for their efforts.
He gave the children some chocolate to reward them for behaving well.
The team have worked hard and their efforts have been rewarded with success.
Finally, Molly's patience was rewarded. Rewarding.
Rewarding.
Teaching can be a very rewarding career.
Rewind.
Rewind.
Rewire.
Rewire.
Reword.
Reword.
Let me reword my question.
Rework.
Rework.
I plan to rework the whole song.
Rewrite.
Rewrite.
I'll have to rewrite most of the essay.
Software packages may need complete rewrites to match new hardware.
Rex.
Rex.
Henricus Rex. Rex versus Jones.
Rhapsodize.
Rhapsodize.
I could hear Sophie rhapsodizing about her new job.
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue.
The performance was greeted with rhapsodies of praise.
Rhesus factor.
Rhesus factor.
Rhesus monkey.
Rhesus monkey.
Rhetoric.
Rhetoric.
The speech was dismissed by some people as merely political rhetoric.
The rhetoric of socialism.
Rhetorical.
Rhetorical.
A speech full of rhetorical phrases.
Rhetorician.
Rhetorician.
Rheumatic.
Rheumatic.
A rheumatic disease.
Rheumatic pain. He's old and rheumatic and can't manage the stairs any longer.
Rheumatic fever.
Rheumatic fever.
Rheumatism.
Rheumatism.
Rheumatoid arthritis.
Rheumatoid arthritis.
RH factor.
RH factor.
Rhinestone.
Rhinestone.
Rhino.
Rhino.
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoplasty.
Rhinoplasty.
Rhizome.
Rhizome.
Rhododendron.
Rhododendron.
Rhomboid.
Rhomboid.
Rhombus.
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
Rhyme.
Rhyme.
A collection of traditional rhymes with illustrations.
Can you think of a rhyme for bicycle?
I love his use of rhyme and rhythm.
The whole story is written in rhyme.
There seems to be no rhyme or reason for the school's behaviour.
Hat rhymes with cat.
The song has rhyming couplets.
You can't rhyme box with backs.
Rhyming slang.
Rhyming slang.
Rhythm.
Rhythm.
Drums are basic to African rhythm.
Complicated dance rhythms. She started moving to the rhythm of the music.
The steady rhythm of her heartbeat.
The body's natural rhythms.
Jim liked the rhythm of agricultural life.
Rhythm and blues.
Rhythm and blues.
Rhythmic.
Rhythmic.
The rhythmic thud of the bass drum.
Rhythm method.
Rhythm method.
Rhythm section.
Rhythm section.
Real.
Real.
Rib.
Rib.
She was taken to hospital with a broken arm and ribs.
He was punched and kicked in the ribs.
A rib of beef.
Barbecued ribs.
Ribbled.
Ribbled.
A ribald remark.
Ribald humour.
Ribaldry.
Ribaldry.
Ribbed.
Ribbed.
A ribbed woolen sweater.
Ribbing.
Ribbing.
He took a lot of ribbing from the other members of the crew.
Ribbon.
Ribbon.
Little girls with ribbons in their hair.
A bundle of letters tied with pale blue ribbon. The ribbon was cut and the news station was officially open.
For the second time, she won the blue ribbon.
A winding ribbon of water.
Her legs were bruised and her feet were cut to ribbons.
Ribbon development.
Ribbon development.
Ribcage.
Ribcage.
Riboflavin.
Riboflavin.
Rice.
Rice.
A tasty sauce served with rice or pasta.
A plate of brown rice.
Serve with plain boiled rice.
A few grains of rice.
Rice is the main crop grown in the area.
Rice fields.
Rice paddy.
Rice paddy.
Rice paper.
Rice paper.
Rice pudding.
Rice pudding.
Rich.
Rich.
One of the richest women in America.
She found herself a rich husband.
He thought this was the easiest way to get rich. The rich nations of the world.
She was both beautiful and fabulously rich.
His brother's stinking rich.
Houses belonging to the rich and famous.
Citrus fruits are rich in vitamin C.
Pregnant women should eat protein-rich foods. Rich mineral deposits have been found in the seabed. Red meat is a rich source of iron.
The rich literary tradition of England.
The area has a very rich history.
The sauce was very rich. The rich scent of the pine trees.
Meat with a wonderfully rich flavour.
A rich fruity wine.
A rich dark brown colour.
The rich tone of a cello.
He laughed with a rich, throaty chuckle.
Vegetables grow well in the rich black soil.
She stroked the rich velvet of the dress enviously.
He accused me of being dishonest, which was a bit rich coming from him.
Riches.
Riches.
He was enjoying his newfound riches.
The story of her rise from rags to riches.
Richly.
Richly.
A cloak richly embroidered with gold thread.
The richly coloured mosaic. Richly scented flowers.
They got the punishment they so richly deserved.
A richly wooded valley.
An area that is richly endowed with wildlife.
It was a richly rewarding relationship.
Richly.
Richly.
Richness.
Richness.
The richness and diversity of the Amazonian rainforests.
A literary work of remarkable richness and vitality.
The richness of the autumn colours.
Richter scale.
Richter scale.
A severe earthquake measuring 7.2 on the Richter scale.
Rich world. Rich world. He said that people in the rich world should eat less meat. Rich world diseases.
Ricin. Ricin.
Rick.
Rick.
I ricked my back moving the furniture around.
Rickets.
Rickets.
Rickety.
Rickety.
A rickety old wooden chair.
A rickety bridge.
Rickshaw.
Rickshaw.
Ricochet.
Ricochet.
Bullets ricocheted off the boulders around him.
He was hit in the arm by a ricochet.
Ricotta.
Ricotta.
Rid.
Rid.
It's time we got rid of all these old toys.
Governments should be encouraged to get rid of all nuclear weapons.
I can't get rid of this cough.
He opened the windows to get rid of the smell.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
It can be difficult for schools to get rid of poor teachers.
The clerical part of his job was tedious, and he was glad to be rid of it.
He was a bully, and we're well rid of him.
A promise to rid the country of nuclear weapons.
Will science finally rid us of this disease?
He struggled to rid himself of his fears.
Riddance.
Riddance.
She was awful. Good riddance to her, I say.
Ridden.
Ridden.
Mosquito-ridden swamps.
Disease-ridden slums.
Riddle.
Riddle.
See if you can solve this riddle.
The police have been unable to solve the riddle of her disappearance. Stop talking in riddles and explain what's going on.
2 gunmen riddled the bus with gunfire.